Hi Radmila Desic, thank you so much for your time and thanks for talking to the Females in Trade team, FIT for short. Now, not only are you Regional Manager for Busy at Work and Australian Apprenticeship Centre, but you're also one of Queensland's most passionate advocates for females in trade.
Yes, I am. I think there's many opportunities for women in non-traditional work, and there's heaps of value out of a woman going down the trade pathway.
Now, you were a chippy, you loved it?
I loved it. It was the best time of my life.
And do you still love it?
I do love it. Any chance I get to fiddle at home to do something with the tools, I do it immediately.
Now, you're proof too that a career doesn't have to end with your tools. Tell us about your career path and how it's evolved from your apprenticeship days.
Well, I think I was a little bit lucky in that I was so passionate about my industry and also about the fact that women can do this sort of thing. So it was a little bit of that passion that led me on this pathway, but there are many pathway options available to women. So my pathway was to actually get in behind the scenes with training packages, providing technical advice on audits, working in a group training organisation where we could actually support women. So wherever I've gone, I've been able to express that passion, and I've been lucky to get support and encouraged into different fields from there.
Now, I know you're a champion for the building and construction industry as a whole, but why is it that you want to see those numbers of females in apprenticeships lift from that 3 to 5%?
Look, the one thing that I've heard my entire adult life since starting an apprenticeship is I wish I could have done that from a girl, and I don't think that that's fair. I think every woman should have the right to go down a career pathway and be aware that a career pathway exists for her there. I also believe that women predominantly stay in low socio-economic roles because traditional female roles don't pay as well as some of the non-traditional roles like construction and mining, civil construction, that sort of area.
You're one of Queensland's only female core trade skills teachers here at TAFE Queensland Skills Tech. Do you find it harder being a female teacher?
In short, no, I don't. I find trade students that come in might be caught off guard a little bit to start with, surprised that they've got a female teacher. Maybe not really certain if I'm a tradie at all, but quite often there's a handful that are happy to ask.
Have you ever found it hard to be a mother and a tradie, have you? You found it's
No.
a career for life?
Yeah, absolutely. No, look, there's difficulties with anything. One of the hardest things for me was the fact that with this industry and having to put a child into childcare so early in the morning and then going into, but I make it work. Everyone can make it work. If this is something that you're passionate about, you can make it work.
Now, you've had a wonderful career. It's been very rich and varied. You're proof that a trade career doesn't have to end with tools, does it?
Absolutely not. And I had no idea when I set out to do that where I would end up. I wanted to do something manual, like I said, and I did that. Once I got my trade, I worked with it. I set up a business. It was very successful for a number of years. And then I had an opportunity to come and teach at Skills Tech, and that's been fantastic. I've been able to raise a family and do things that I never imagined I might do as a tradie.
And baby 2 is on the way. Does your trade career support that motherhood role?
Initially, I guess, whilst I was an apprentice and early in my trade years, it was difficult to see how that might fit. But being able to evolve out of the tradie into teaching and mentoring, I find that it fits wonderfully. I'm very, very well supported.
Do you think that FIT would be of comfort not only to the apprentices but also, say, their families and employers?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to know that your child, as a mother myself with a 14-year-old daughter who's about to go into work, I'd love to know that there's a team behind her to support her. But I think the mentoring should extend to the employers as well, to allow them to assimilate with allowing women onto site and what it is that they can bring. The diversity that they bring with them is so great, and it's just giving those employers support, because believe it or not, they're afraid as well. They're afraid they're going to say something wrong or do something wrong, and it's good to have someone in there to give you that advice that you might need to get you through the day.
I'm very much, I love beautiful things. I love making beautiful things, and the opportunity to make them out of gorgeous timbers is wonderful. It's like unwrapping a present. You do a whole lot of hard work, and in the end there's this amazing creation before you that you can say, I did that, I made that,